Hi, welcome to Andros Diner. I'm Tony, Leo's son, the owner, and we've been open since 1973. A day in the life of the diner is amazing. You know, so many cool people just can walk in through that door at any given second. It's like you can see your favorite customers, and then 10 minutes later, your next favorite customers come in, and then in between, every once in a while, you might have a complaint, and your job is to make the people feel better, because a lot of times you gain a customer through a complaint. It's all how you take advantage of the situation. A typical day in the diner, well, let's see, we come in, we make our soups early in the morning because people love our soup. My brother's in the back, he makes the soup every morning.
Daily routine would be the soups, the mashed potato, like 2 soups a day and some other cooked stuff. This, it could be one other day, it could be other stuff, like matzo ball. It all varies, not always the same.
Then usually my dad comes and we go over what we made the night before, and then we deal with some phone calls as far as ordering and my appliances that might not be working, and then we greet the breakfast club and all kinds of morning customers that are full of energy, and you know, morning people in the diner are like clockwork. I like the morning at the diner because everybody's excited to get the day started, and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So I'm glad to know that once they break the fast, hence break fast, people come here as their first choice because they dreamt about us. And you know, like I said, when you try our food, you are hooked, and it's a great way to start the day. They say if you can't take the heat, you must get out of the kitchen. People in the morning will order usually breakfast. Pancakes, waffles, eggs. People in America love their eggs. You know, you go to other countries, they have a piece of bread and cheese. Here in America, people love their eggs. You want 2 eggs with the homies?
Yeah.
Over?
Christina.
Yes, I want them.
I made them. Would you like a little bacon? Hey George, how are you? The staff at Andros Diner is eclectic. Through the years it has changed. I'd like to think of myself as one of the people that have gotten it to the best of its ability, because there was a lot of different types, and I think I'm a very, very good judge of character. The half and the half. Turn into like a, you know, like a cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Who's hotter than this boss? Oh, you're the boss?
Yeah.
What is that? Serve that.
I know.
That's old cream.
I know. That's
Sorry, this place is slipping.
His family, Leo, Tony, John, Maria, they're all wonderful. I've known all the brothers.
My dad worked at the diner that his 2 older brothers owned. That's where my
Yeah.
date learned the business. You were going to the state diner before?
Of course I did. Everybody went to the state.
Was your office down there or still
No,
here?
we were state. Everybody knew the state diner.
Was it very popular? I heard it was the busiest
Remember
diner.
the Maloney brothers? They used to come there every day and get the blue plate special.
I never been to the state
You
diner.
never were?
I was born in Andros.
No.
Well, you've known a lot of the whole family.
George, Jimmy.
My grandmother,
Oh, your
even on the
grandmother,
other side,
grandpa,
everybody.
right, sure. When they lived on Hanover Street.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy coming in here wearing like all the pink jackets.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. That's before I got injured. Now I don't wear a shirt.
But the best is that your clothes are always laid out for you in the morning, right?
You know the story. My wife is wonderful. I don't do a thing.
That's that the old-fashioned American
My
way?
wife says you're a typical Italian.
It's Italian way. There you go. Paisan.
You're going to hear even more stories. I happen to be colorblind.
That I know.
Okay. When I'm colorblind, my wife puts a note in the jacket on what to wear. My sister and I are married to a brother and a sister. And then you want to make it worse? She lived here and I lived there. The yard was the same.
That's beautiful.
I'm still married to her.
But that's beautiful because you guys always had like family.
Oh yeah. My mother-in-law and father-in-law were the most wonderful people. Come from Italy, and my grandchildren just adored them because they let my kids get away with everything.
Isn't that the typical grandparent?
Yeah.
It's funny. One other thing that Jimmy, you taught me that I'll never forget is when an Italian comes into the diner.
I know.
You never sit him by the window.
You make an easy target. Do I have to elaborate even more?
Make an easy target. He's Italian. So now when the Italians come in, the ones that are really looking like they're from Brooklyn or Goomba, or, we get a couple of them. The good old boys from Bridgeport. I never sit them. I've always put them by the mirrors because Jimmy taught me well.
The most patriotic person you ever want to meet. In a hat.
Hi, Cindy, honey.
Keep it on the jacket. And also the jacket, by the way. Navy League of the United States. I'm involved with everything. I'm involved with the Coast Guard, the Navy. There's a lot that goes on in Bridgeport that most people are unaware of.
Oh, you had 2 diners?
You wasn't born yet.
How many diners did you own?
I own how many?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 diners? I thought you only had the one up the street.
No.
Did you used to work in the diner too?
A little bit.
20 years, 25 years.
I was 42 years.
You used to work, you were close friends with my Uncle George.
George and Jimmy.
You guys used to go to New York and buy vegetables together, right?
Yeah, they was a good friend. They are nice. I mean, we was very good.
Close.
Close to each other. George was the best chef in the diners. George.
Really?
He
How about,
was,
and my Uncle Jimmy was a good short order cook, correct?
yeah. He was a little bit nervous.
He was short, but everybody was afraid of him.
Yeah, he was nervous. You know why? He was drinking too much.
My Uncle Jimmy?
He was drinking with me wine.
I thought my Uncle Jimmy he quit drinking because I think he used to get into trouble when he drank, right?
Yeah, a little. He was very high then.
Hot-headed.
Yeah,
But he was a good grillman.
good. He was beautiful people. I picked him up every morning. In 1940, what year?
1957.
1957, 58, 59. I picked him up where they lived here. They used to live here, you know where?
In Fairfield.
In Fairfield, yeah. I used to pick him up they was working both of us in a diner, me too.
You worked together?
Yeah.
Which diner?
It was the Norwalk diner.
Neither of you owned it, or you guys?
Yeah, my
They worked for you?
brother-in-law.
Oh, you guys worked for your brother-in-law.
Yeah, later I built a diner
In Westport.
in Westport, Norwalk, Stamford. I built a few diners.
So wait a minute, you owned 5 diners. Did you own them all at the same time, or?
No,
Because I mean, 1 diner is enough for me. Like I can't imagine having more than one at.
He bored his soul, you know.
When I got tired, I
But the
said,
diners
I
were
enough.
different back in the old days,
In
no?
Iceland, mine diner was like 1.5 times bigger than them.
But in the old days, you would sell a lot of coffee, correct? There were no Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
A lot of things to go. Sandwiches. People in diet.
I had
now.
60 people working.
What?
60,
24 hours?
24 hours.
You
That
missed the
was
diner?
Very much. I would open tomorrow a diner.
Why don't you come over here?
I don't want any diner anymore.
Come work for me, and I go travel the
Shall
world.
I
come
can't
work
walk.
for you?
You should.
You don't have to pay me.
You should come. I'm sure you know things that I forget. That you forgot things in your sleep that I'll never know awake.
Yeah, if we have nothing to do, we just come and work for free.
I
Yeah,
used
come
to
work for
take
free.
cash. I used to take orders to go, take cash, clean the
It's a lot of
tables,
things, a lot of work.
set up the tables, you know, everything. You do everything in the diner.
Every day he asks me at noon how many we have for dinner tonight.
It's a good living,
And we set
you
up the
know.
table at
Yeah,
2
it's
in the
honest living.
afternoon.
honest.
That's the thing I like about this business.
You always find a friend down there. You always find a customer who likes you.
He's a concentration camp survivor.
Because, I came like a greenhorn to United States, and I stay here. Yeah.
He worked as a cook, as a dishwasher, and he worked his way up.
I love my life. I love my job. I love Andros Diner with all of my heart. It's a pleasure serving people. There's a lot of different times at the diner. Morning, afternoon, nighttime, and it's like a revolving door 24 hours a day. So it's pretty exciting. Like, it's almost like Grand Central. There's always something going on here. People love to eat, and it's an essential part of life. You can't live without eating. So when people are eating, you always usually get the side of them that's calm. You know, people come in here after hearing bad news and all they need is comfort. They need food, or people come here 3 times a day to live because some people just don't cook. And the fact that you have such a smorgasbord, such an array of different things you can order, you know, that makes it cool. Like, I've worked in restaurants before when I was living away, and they're boring compared to a diner. A diner is thriving. You could order breakfast 24 hours a day here. You could have prime rib 24 hours a day here. And it's like a mini world within a world. There's a lot of happy moments here. There's a lot of sad moments.
No. This is like what is cancer the talk of the day for? I think the third person.
It's like almost everybody.
You're too young for that.
I'm only 53, but I caught it in time.
Are you gonna be okay?
It's common in the men,
Exactly.
aggressive in the women.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
It's life. Unfortunately, that's the one
But you
thing.
know what? I've got God, I've got my family, and I've got my friends.
Not let it get under your skin.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was laying in bed every night crying, saying, why me? Why me?
Yeah, don't do that.
And I woke up, I make my bed every morning, and one morning I said, why not me?
Right.
No, first of all, the owners and the management are fantastic. I miss your sister.
Hey, I know.
I miss her
I know.
terribly. She was
Yeah,
fantastic here.
she was awesome.
I mean, so are you.
Yeah, I know, but it's different. I know. 2 different sides of the coin.
Well, plus she's gorgeous.
Right.
And you're gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And,
The whole
you know,
family's great.
Wait a minute. New videos. Wait a minute.
Just take me around that.
don't
Vinny,
even,
don't worry. Vinny,
don't even say it.
Vinny's my buddy. Vinny's my
I
buddy.
love this kid. I knew him since he was like what?
Well, we knew
little
him
kid
before he
running
was
around.
born.
Who's Vinny?
Vinny's this guy.
Oh, I didn't know your name.
I'm a Vinny.
He's a Vinny and I'm a Tony. She knew me when I was still a twinkle in my dad's winkle.
His Uncle George was here.
Oh my God.
Yep.
You've known him that long?
Yeah. We started coming to this diner in 1973.
There are people that have been coming here since children, since they've been in their parents' womb. Been here for 4 years. And, you know, I love when kids that are Andros Diner babies come in and they're like, oh my God, we grew up in this place. And here they are, 30 some odd years old now, and then they bring their kids. And there's something in our food that has you hooked. And you can only get it here. And that's why people come from all over the world just to come here and try what the hype is about.
So this is Tyler. He's my friend. He's actually smart. Very smart.
Smarter than his dad.
Yeah, well, he's smarter than both of us put together. And what do you love about what's your favorite food at the diner?
Well, the chicken wings and like the spice wings.
The chicken tenders. What makes our chicken you think taste so good?
Well, I think they come from like a good place and they lived a good.
Right. Remember the name of the place where they come from?
Happy Chicken Land.
That's right.
Happy Chicken Land.
They come from Happy Chicken Land because Happy Chickens just taste better.
Mm-hmm.
What grade are you in?
First.
So you've been coming here for a long time.
We're locals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love diners in general. I grew up, in Westport. We have the Sherwood Diner. But I come here because the food is probably the best diner food I've ever had.
Thank you.
Legitimately.
Same.
Same with you too.
And also, your dad said all the desserts are made in house.
Yes, they
Whereas
are.
the other diners, they don't. They all
They buy a lot of them.
Yeah, they buy a lot of them. But yet
That's
they have their own
just
baker
not
come in
good.
and
Right, it's
make
not
the
good.
desserts from scratch.
Make you guys doing it? That's way better than any diner.
Really? You think so? In all your years of going to restaurants and all of your experience,
Yeah.
we're way better.
Yeah.
What do you like about the diner?
Well, I like really everything about it. I mean, the food is really good, and there's all different kinds of things.
And it's colorful. I'm always noticing flowers on the table.
Yeah, me too.
And the lights are neon pink.
Uh-huh.
And it's very happy in here. It's just a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Uh-huh. I'd say this is a 5-star place.
5 stars? You're giving us 5 stars. Wow.
Maybe.
You do know your restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys come here how often? Would you say about once or twice a week?
I would say at least once a week, if not twice a week.
Yeah, and usually when I'm here, I'm happy to see you guys.
I would even say it's a 10-star rating. The food is like so good.
It's a great environment for kids in general.
No, we love kids here.
Yeah.
And the kids like it here because I think of the lights. You've had the crayons too. You've colored before. You've colored the hats. Remember the hats? I think you.
Well, that's right. The sailor hats.
I think this diner is the best I've ever been to. Also, I really like cooking, and that's really why I come here. I'm a really good cook. One time, I cooked dinner for my mom by myself. I used the stove and the oven. I also made cookies.
From scratch.
I made her like this chicken teriyaki thing with like red tomato sauce and chicken.
You know, he got his inspiration from cooking, I think from the diner, because the food is just that good here.
I got my inspiration from my mom. She's a great cook. And my stepmom and new dad. Also this diner.
Wouldn't you say Tony is a very friendly owner?
Yeah.
He goes around to all the tables, makes everyone feel welcome. Right?
And we're really good friends with him.
That's right, you are. You guys are my close buddies.
Yeah. I think we come here because the staff and Tony are so welcoming and so inviting.
Yeah.
And
the
also
chickens-
they make great food.
But see, the chickens are like me. They're happy. And anything happy tastes better. What is your favorite thing to do? Like besides eating, like you like playing in the game?
Yeah, I like playing the game. It's really fun.
Well, because Tony always wins. Every time we play the
We're
machine.
batting 1,000.
I'm batting 1,000.
Yeah, we are.
We're batting 1,000. And last week, Tyler said to me, "Okay, play," and it was empty. And I said, "There's no way we're gonna win today."
And we won something.
So we're still batting.
1,000.
And then we won something.
Right. So is it safe to say that I'm Mr. 1,000?
Yes.
That's
It's
awesome.
safe to say we're Mr. 1,000.
Ready for that? Ready to put that dollar? Yes. Ready to put that dollar to use? Yes. Kids are the best. Kids and old people are the best.
'cause we're kids
Somewhere
at
in
heart.
between. Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in
Yeah.
between we get lost in the thing of life. Uh-oh.
I think we
Should we go for this guy? Oh, no.
I think that has a
I might have a shot. I think you did it.
Oh my,
Oh my God, you might
I
got
got
two.
two.
Oh, yes, the streak. You're Mr. 1,000 now.
Cut. There you go.
This is how
Every
we
time
do.
he wins that.
This is how we do. Tell them, Tyler. This is how we do. Tell the people. This is how we do it, Andros Diner.
Yeah. We win this all the time. I
We
think
are batting 1,000.
We almost have like everything in this whole machine.
Well, give me 5. We'll see you next week. And stay cool. And stay warm. One day I was driving up the street. I got out of work. I looked to the left. I saw this dude. Looked at me. I looked at him. We were like, God, that was the one time I could honestly say a man was handsome. He looked just like me. And there was one guy that everybody would say, do you have a twin? Do you have a twin? Do you have a twin? And I would always be like, no. And then finally I saw him. He was handsome. But he probably didn't have my personality. Yeah, without this kind of personality, it's nothing. It's like a beautiful car with no good interior. What good is it? What's up, Kyle? Kyle's a regular. Just point the camera at Kyle. Kyle was going to be in our commercial. Did you want to tell her what you were going to do in it? Caveman one. Tell her the caveman one.
I don't remember anything.
You don't remember? Kyle was going to play
You
like...
talk a lot.
We were going to do it.
I blurred like half of it out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Kyle was gonna play, you know those Geico commercials when they would come out and like the caveman would be like, oh.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, like I was gonna have him be like the caveman and coming out like all scrubby. He used to have a beard, and then when he comes into Andros, it's gonna be like his first time in like a regular restaurant, and then when he leaves, he'll be all clean and glowy and whatever. We never shot it because Dan moved to New Jersey. Did you order yet? Are you getting tea? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Why don't you go get some sugar?
I should get some sugar. I get some sugar with my
sugar with your side of tea.
Oh, I use a diabetic amount of sugar.
Astronomical. Diabolical.
Have a good night.
It goes from here to here on one. He's got like a whole thing where he counts. Like how many?
I count to 40.
Counts to 40. 1, 2, 3.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12.
No, it's not. It's
no,
a
I
little
count very fast. I got these clothes and I don't understand why the shirt costs more than the shoes I'm wearing.
Let me see. How much is the shirt?
125.
Why is that 125?
It's a nice shirt. I mean, it feels really nice actually.
But $125 for that? You could probably go to H&M and get one for $7.
Probably. It's probably where it's from.
So why are you buying it for 125?
Because my stylist talked me into it.
Who's your stylist?
Meredith.
Who the hell is Meredith? Like, do you know her, or is this just an app?
No, I mean, like, it's an app.
This is Kyle. He works across the street at Stop and Shop. He's been coming here for.
But if you ask my style,
and your stylist is getting him for like a shirt. Dude, we should go shopping together.
We should. Oh, I asked you to come with me.
Oh, that was the day you went on Wednesday.
Yesterday.
I was working. I was a very moody day yesterday.
Yeah. But I did ask you to come with me.
You did? Yeah. That's what you were going. That was what it was for? I would have definitely saved you money.
Probably like a little bit.
I would have told the lady to get out of here with that.
Nah. I mean, she is very nice.
She's what?
I mean, she's very nice. She's a nice person. I don't say yes to everything.
So basically, you walked in the store. The lady that was working there told you it looks great on you. It looks fabulous.
She's like, here, try this on. Yeah, no. Try this on. No.
Oh, so she did the no, 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 and then finally the yes.
Yeah.
And then the yes was just like,
I understand how it works,
but you couldn't say no. Are you glad you got the shirt?
Yeah. It's a nice shirt. I mean, I really do like the shirt. That's why I said yes to it.
Poor Kyle. We got to get Kyle like. Kyle needs a girlfriend, I think.
Yeah. I've said that many a time.
Do you have any prospects?
No, I don't go outside.
So like the only
it's really hard to meet people when you don't go outside.
The only chicks you meet are like basically right here, like the diner, like the waitresses. Is that basically
I mean, if you want to say meet women, sure.
But I'm a nice person, aren't I?
You are a nice person, but you know sometimes you're mean to me.
You think so?
Sometimes. Handful of times.
I have been mean.
Once or twice.
Do you really feel that way?
I've told you how I felt before.
Well, the one time that I questioned your
you know.
Right. And then what was the second time?
I mean, that may have been the only time, but
I was supposed to be a compliment, and you took it as the wrong way.
It was a backhanded compliment.
I'm gonna go make her a nice sandwich now because the other cooks are not good enough for her. Now it's time to make a chicken cutlet. Chicken cutlet. Cutting up a hard roll. Then I'm gonna take the hard roll, I'm gonna put it in here. But I'm making it nice. Because nice things take time. You don't rush your food and you don't rush your life. The ancient Chinese believe you have a certain amount of breaths. So if you breathe too fast, you die fast. You take it slow, you live forever, Abby.
The hard roll is lightly toasted. We take some mayonnaise. And Jenny likes a lot of mayonnaise. So I'm gonna throw a little extra mayonnaise on there. Ah, yeah. I'm gonna slice up some lettuce. Now, I'm gonna throw some sliced lettuce right here. And I take 3 tomatoes. Now, we're actually going to put a little lettuce on the top because there's nothing wrong with a little crunch. Cheese that has not been cooked tastes better on a sandwich. That's why when you go to McDonald's, they don't melt the cheese right away, so you can actually taste the cheese. But sometimes you want to melt the cheese, but you want to put it on the grill because it becomes a crunchy, beautiful cheese. But once the warm cutlet hits the base of that cheese, we're talking magic. Jenny also likes onions, and I don't blame her. Because the red onion is a man's favorite friend. This is why everybody loves a delicious Tony Pertessa's cutlet.
No problem. Tony, how much is it tuna melt? Jenny.
Tuna melt is...
I think I came in when I was like 8 years old, all right? There was a gas station over there, and we used to come here and grab sandwiches and take them to go home. Yeah, there was Bradley's over there, and my sister worked at Caldor's. She was 16 years old, I was 13, and I used to steal her car because I had the extra set of keys. Times are different, but this place has always been here, and I always served the community. You know what? Can't beat it. I've known Tony, all right, at least 20 years, right? So, at least 20 years. I mean, I was coming here when I was 23. He was what, 19 at the time, working for Dad, doing his thing. You know, family-run business, you know, and used to give him a hard time. He was a young guy, you know. 3-4 years, you know, between 23 and 19. That's big age difference, you know. And you give the younger guys a hard time, but you know, he always held his ground, and he was always a class act. You know, he learned from his dad, so you know, and it is what it is. Here we are, you know. Here we are. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed here. Andros is a staple of the community, and they always provided the same product, you know. You come in for a chicken sandwich today, guess what? Tomorrow it's the same chicken sandwich. Yeah, you come in for the cheese, it's the same thing. Blueberry blintzes in the morning on a Saturday, well Sunday you're going to get the same blueberry blintzes. Nothing changes. It's the same, and it's handed down.
My father says a consistency is the spice of life.
You can't beat it, you know, and that's exactly what it is, consistency. Listen, I went to Sacred Heart my freshman year in 1991. I never missed a day of school from 3rd grade to senior in high school because I was afraid of my dad. My dad would beat my ass. He was an immigrant. But when I went to Sacred Heart, I loved it. It wasn't Sacred Heart it is now.
Yeah, it's huge.
But the problem was that
I remember
I didn't feel it. And my parents, my mother worked in the factory, and my father worked construction. And you know, they worked hard for every dollar they earned. And the problem was that I didn't think my heart was in it, and I didn't want to waste my parents' money. So I went to a community college. I was pre-dental. I wanted to be the first Portuguese dentist in my community. I'll tell you something. Sacred Heart, I'm happy to say that I went there for 1 year. To see what it is today,
oh yeah,
badass.
Yes, badass. Andros Diner's Old Vegas. That's what it is. Hey, John. What's up, buddy?
Good, brother.
I like that.
When are you getting a beer, brother?
Good. When am I cutting the beer?
No.
We don't like it.
When did you get it? When did it came for his brother's special
Coleslaw.
sauce? No. Special sauce, tomato sauce. How are you?
The tomato sauce.
We're sitting there. Yes.
John's a local Greek. We got a chop, which is all Portuguese. They don't know that around here. Another chop. We got a gyro. We got a couple of spaghetti benders. They're probably out playing cards still. The spaghettis. All delicious. All delicious.
Oh, my niece with sauce. Oh, we're so
Tony, right?
Yes.
What's up?
How long you been coming over here?
I've come here a couple bunches, like 5 times in like the past 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you come usually at night, because I didn't see you guys during the day.
I've never been here during the day.
Usually I'm here during the day.
Okay. Well, you should come at night because that's when we're here.
Those are good, right?
I've been drinking since like 4 p.m. I ate a bagel today. Like, I need to eat, you know? Or else I'm gonna die. Moral of the story, that's it.
How old are you? You're young.
We're 18 now.
18?
I lived in like 4 places in Easton.
And you guys live together?
No, we're just
so you
friends.
just hang out with
Yeah, we met each other in like 8th grade.
In Easton?
Well, she lives in Reading. She lived in Reading. I lived in Easton. My dad lives in Bridgeport. And my mom lives in Bridgeport now, so we both live in Bridgeport.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't you love having a little Bridgeport in you and a little bit of Easton in you?
It's the best. And I've got a lot of friends in the valley. It's all over the place. It's the best thing in the world.
See, I grew up in Trumbull, but I always had the diner because I grew up here. And like I always had the closeness to Bridgeport.
Yeah. I've met some really cool people in Bridgeport. Most of the people I've met in Bridgeport right now, I don't talk to them because they're fucking crazy, but over the summer, we used to go to the diner every day, but this is my friend who lives in Easton, and she lives near the Monroe side, so we go to the Monroe diner.
Oh yeah.
And every morning, hungover, walk to the Monroe diner, you know, like everyone's names who work there. Matzo ball soup every fucking morning. Matzo ball soup is the cure to hangovers. I don't care if you're Jewish or not. It is the cure to hangovers. Every day, that shit over the summer. Do you guys have matzo ball soup here?
Yes, we do. We have really good matzo ball soup.
I'll be here probably tomorrow morning. I graduated. She's a senior in high school still. I'm just kind of, not doing anything because I suck. But, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Somewhere
You'll be
along
fine.
the way.
Sometimes you just need time to take time to put your mind into perspective.
I'm going to Housatonic next year, so that's a start to something, I quit my job because I wanted to do more drugs, and then I ended up in rehab. I just got out of rehab 2.5 months ago, and I relapsed. I didn't relapse on the bad shit. I just relapsed on, the weed and the alcohol, the not so bad shit. But when you're an addict, it's all bad.
Yeah.
I'm drunk as we speak. And I'm trying to get high. I'm just, just weed, not anything bad. But, I'm figuring it out. It's just so hard to be young and sober. It's just almost impossible, Like, I also didn't try that hard. I could have gone to meetings. I could have done, all that. But I was just like, fuck it, I want to live my life a little bit. I just want to live a little bit more. Yeah, I got tricked into rehab. They put me in the psych ward the night before that. Then they sent me to rehab in New York. At rehab, they call me the big homie because I was there the longest. It was lit. But now I'm back. And it's boring.
I wish you the best. Stay clean though.
At some point, eventually, I'm gonna definitely have to.
Yeah.
It's not the best decision now, but
sometimes you just gotta stop at some point.
Yeah.
It's fun in games, but life's way too short to fuck around sometimes.
Oh, I know.
Like if you could get a natural high and accomplishments and things that really make you feel
there
good.
There were way too many close calls. Way too many.
You don't need that.
Like who's 18 and has that many close calls?
Not many people. Your family, I'm sure, doesn't need it.
Oh, my mom bugs out every 5 seconds. My dad, he's like, oh, whatever. But my mom, she hates that shit.
I overdosed on Molly when I was a freshman in high school.
It wasn't just Molly. I was there for this.
It was like a fart party. I took a shit ton of pills. My alcohol level was like a 0.6, and I was in a coma.
I had to talk to the police and her mom for her as they put her in the fucking ambulance.
I only felt bad for my mom because my mom didn't know where I was, and the cops told my mom how much of a terrible person she was. My mom was crying. She was like, how am I supposed to know where my daughter is if she lied to me about where she was? And ever since then, she thought I was at a pasta dinner.
Absolutely not. A pasta dinner at what, 1 a.m.?
She's like, I'll be home. Did she know? She found me in the hospital.
So you're not getting messed up no more, are you?
Not like that, no. I really got I got a reality check. I isolated myself from my friends for months. I went through a deep depression.
What, from the drugs? From the Molly thing?
No, because like the way my parents reacted to it, I just felt so like ashamed of myself. Yeah, we didn't talk for a while. I didn't talk to anybody.
Did they really put you down like heavy?
Yeah, it was from like April to like July. I didn't have any.
Were there a lot of side effects, like that, like the things that carry over from what you did, like, or was it just them?
Well, like I didn't know anything I did because I was so fucked up off like alcohol. I didn't even know that I took like drugs. And so when I woke up in the hospital, the doctors couldn't even tell me what I took.
Did you take them willingly, or did somebody? Like,
well, I mean,
like,
at the time, I was willing to do it because I used to always just take pills like willingly. They were like offering her, and she's like, "Fuck it, yeah." Yeah, and I was so fucked up. And at the party, everybody was like, "No, stop giving her shit," and I just kept going.
You're 18?
I'm 18 now. At the time, I was like 14. And I woke up and I was just like, "Oh my god, I have a lacrosse game." I didn't even know where I was. And my parents didn't say anything until 3 days later. And then they called me into the room crying, and I was like, I feel terrible.
You have brothers and sisters?
Yeah. And they were crying. Their friends were like, because like at the party, people were calling my brother and sister, and they're like, "Your sister's overdosing." And they were at the dinner, they're like, "No, she's not. She's fine." Because like they assumed that I always do this because I always got blackout drunk. So they didn't assume anything of it until my mom showed up at the party, and I was like foaming at the mouth, and the cops came with the ambulance. The dad of the house, who was like, his daughter was having a party, he was sitting there in the hallway upstairs, like shoveling like vomit out of her mouth for her because she couldn't do it on her own. Like, it was bad, and I was up there and I was like, oh shit. And the cops came in, and then her mom, and I was walking out, you know, to my ride because, you know, the cops came and was like, shit, get the fuck out of here. And they're like, the ambulance is here, she's gonna be like, okay. And then I was walking out, and her mom passed by and saw me, and she was like, Olivia, where'd you know? I was just like, oh fuck her, like, she's in the hallway right there, is she okay? And I'm like, she's not okay.
Back in the old days, man, there was all kinds of crap going on. But you guys sound a little more.
We're fucked up. We're fucked up.
You guys sound like there was alternate school. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on. But back in the old days, there was more to do. Like every year, there's less. You don't want to redo patterns that are not favorable because a lot of people with a lot of talent don't make it in life.
Yeah.
You know, you need to like chill out.
That's what a lot of people.
Stop doing. Listen to me. You got to stop doing drugs. You got to stop hanging out with people that don't get you to a happy place. The only reason you're doing the drugs is because you're doing them because you're not happy about something, and you're addicted because it feels so good and you escape your reality.
Yeah.
But you gotta like, everybody's like doing crazy stuff. You just gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta get over it. Like you know, like you had your teenage years, you had your crazy years.
Yeah.
These kinds of stories, you guys can write books. But that's what you should do. Write books.
Where we grew up, there was but fuck nothing to do.
I know.
And the group of friends that we hang out with, we all, like if we think about it collectively, we all had the most fucked up situations you can do. You can think of some rich little girls with some fucked up parents that treated you girls like shit. For me, when I did all this shit, I wanted to live on the edge. I wanted to know what it felt like to be on the verge of living and dying. I would take so many pills to the point where I felt like I was dying just so I could feel alive.
I know what you mean.
Dude, I ended up doing heroin by the end of senior year. And they pull me aside and they'd say, like, and a lot of people who worked there were staff who were like war recovering addicts, and they'd tell me, they'd be like, I don't say, like, they don't talk about their own stories, you know, it's like not really appropriate, but they pull me aside and they'd be like, listen, I'm going to tell you my story because I really think it could help you. They're like, you're one of the few girls we think can get out of here and actually change and actually not go back to the stuff, like, we really, really, really believe in you. And I feel guilty as hell for going back to drinking and smoking weed, but I mean, I'm glad that's all that I've been doing, and I'm really trying to make it my business not to go back to that other stuff, but like, that actually made me feel like I was worth something, because at the end of senior year, I had gotten so deep into drugs that when heroin came along, I was just like, why the fuck not? I literally was just doing that shit because I assumed I'd be dead or I'd be worth nothing, so I wouldn't have to plan anything. And now that I got out of it, life is scary as shit being sober, because now I actually have to plan. I've got to try and go to college, try and do this, try and do that. And I don't even know how, because I didn't think I'd make it this far.
You need to chill out. You don't need to be doing drugs. It's like food is good, company is good, good company. You have families that'll support you. Join a spin class. Work out. Go for walks. Join a painting group. Do stuff. Hobbies. Go golfing. I don't know. You ever seen a plant that's dying?
Yes.
And it looks dead?
I have a thing for reviving.
Okay, so now you start watering it.
Give it some Advil.
You give it some Advil. You let the sun hit it a little bit. Eventually, that dead plant comes back to life.
Yeah.
That's what we are. You're 18. You're young. You're babies. I mean, but you have a lot of crazy experiences that, like, compared to the average little rich girls where you're from, they don't know that stuff. So in a sense, it gives you power, but you have to conquer it to become powerful. Don't become the statistic that doesn't make it through. Because the people that do bad shit and make it on top, they know a lot because they've seen both sides. And once they get to the top, it's hard to relinquish that because you work so hard to clean it up. If you have addiction, which you have because you went to rehab, you don't do it. You might not have addiction. You might just do it more for the thrill and more for the, and she might be the more addictive personality, but you're like, fuck it, I'll try it, and you're not afraid. You're fearless. But don't let your fearlessness be over some stupid shit when you could be fearless in something else, modeling or music, or maybe you're not into the pretentious stuff. Maybe you're not an artist. Maybe it's something else. Like
You like to write.
Right.
It makes me feel like I'm getting inspiration from this. Like I feel like I want to go off and do better from this. Honestly.
You better.
Coming to Andros Diner, you can come in as a stranger, but when you leave as family, and you can't find that everywhere. But you can find that here. Home is where the heart is, and the heart is home. The heart is always expressed through our love and our food. There's so much love here. People love each other at Andros Diner. It's a place where people actually do care. We care about our customers. I don't know what we would do without you guys. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't here. I've done a lot of things in my life, but this is the one that feels right. I've been here since a little child, sitting on the counter, hearing stories, saying fun things with lots of people that are so special to me. And I've shot videos here that almost sold television shows to television networks. And it's because it's a life within a life. And it's a place where there's always something to do.